Something Random is recorded in front of an undead studio audience.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
There we go, and welcome to the Something Random podcast, where sometimes we talk about movies. Shit! Again! Something random, where sometimes we talk about movies, sometimes we talk about television, but we always talk. Okay, so here's what we need to do, right? When that happens, what happens? I need to, put some boundaries here so that doesn't happen.
Drinking game, or what is this?
I think some spanks are involved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we owe you two
I don't.
good spankings.
I ain't going to touch it.
Not right now, anyways.
Just a spank at any point in the future.
Yeah. No, I have to get my paddle.
I'll bite your finger really hard.
I'm okay with this.
No, it's Charlie's job to bite fingers.
Oh, it's because of the joke video where the boy bites
Well, that wasn't where I was going. I was just trying to think of something torturous.
That's so good. I'm your host, Charles Joseph Kelly.
And I'm Michael C. Macbeth.
This is Joel. I'm a cop, you idiot.
Did you just call all of our listeners an idiot?
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's better.
Joel, did you ever watch the Accent Be Gone video with Pete Holmes?
Accent be gone. No, I don't believe I have.
So he starts off the video going, "Hi, my name is Arnold Schwarzenegger." Yes,
yes, I have
Arnold
seen it.
Schwarzenegger.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
It was pretty great.
It's so good. So now that we're rehashing other people's jokes,
Yes,
welcome to the show.
indeed.
How are you guys doing? Are you alive and well?
And alert and enthusiastic.
Yeah. You
I
sure?
just had a little bit of peace, a little bit of love, and a couple of little donuts.
Yes. So did I.
Great.
Nummy.
Oh, yeah.
So the girl over there, I've seen her twice, and she knows me. She's like, "Oh my God, Charles!"
At the donut store?
At the donut store.
Yep. You know you're living your best life when the donut store lady is on a first name basis with you.
Yeah. But I get along with everybody. Not really. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you, Joel? You doing okay? You alive?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I don't know what that means.
You've been doing a lot of painting.
No, not as much. I've had a couple days off.
Nice.
I've been chilling out. I'm
Chilling
getting
like
ready
Bob
to
Dylan.
gearing up for a new thing now, and gonna do that.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
You should tell it on
You
the
asked.
podcast.
Hey, you asked.
Hey, I ask you every single episode, and you have a week to come up with some stupid ass shit
Well, you
to
asked
talk
if I was
about.
painting.
It is so easy to get along with you.
You're both fired. Get out.
I'm fine. Good. Michael,
What?
what do you do? What you do, boo?
What I do? I'm just trying to organize my life.
Mm-hmm. How's that going? Well,
Slowly. But
Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. That's what you're supposed to say.
yeah, I know the joke.
We're rehashing everybody else's jokes here on the
Apparently.
podcast today.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wish you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Anything else?
I just wanted to wish you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell.
What are you doing?
What am I doing in life? I've been playing the Pocket Monster Go, the Pocket Monster Go, which is I got back into them's Pokemans. It's been
Yeah, they got some
it's fun.
updates.
Yeah. So I'm getting back into it because of the new Pokemon games are coming out in September or October sometime this year.
And are they somehow linked to Pokemon Go?
Yeah, so the games are called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and it's the remakes that I was talking about last week of Pokemon Yellow, but it's based around, instead of grinding up levels and stuff like that, it's like Pokemon Go where you catch Pokemon in the wild. So you flick balls.
So you can do all the things in Pokemon Go, but you don't have to physically walk around.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like Pokemon. It's for the kids who don't have cell phones to be able to play Pokemon Go, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Which is a cool idea because it's fun enough.
Get
And I'm
behind that.
sure that there's going to be like more in-depth into the video game instead of like what Pokemon Go is. So I think that's going to be there.
So it's two separate games, like in the past. It's Let's
it's
Go
always-
Pikachu, Let's
yeah.
Go Eevee. What if we each got one and then traded when we were done?
So like that's a fist bump
Yes.
that's happening. Which one do you want?
I think Eevee, because I had Pokemon Yellow years ago, and I liked it, but I would like to try something that's a little different.
I'm a bit of a Pikachu slut. That sounds weird. I love Pikachu, so I'm down with some Pika action.
All right, sweet.
Joel, what version are you choosing?
Nothing. We talked about this last week, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we hadn't had that master plan just
Yes.
yet.
got it.
Moving on.
what have you guys been watching?
Well, so my roommate was looking for things to watch on Amazon or Hulu or something. Ended up landing on the original BBC miniseries, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
The classic one. yes.
It was so much fun, and I was enjoying watching it in passing because I was doing other stuff around the house. But it convinced me, and the next audio book that I downloaded after Son of a Witch, which I mentioned before, is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first one.
Cool.
So I've been going through that audiobook, and it's super fun. A lot of they actually kept the miniseries very true to the book,
Yeah,
which
yes,
is
they
so
did.
rare. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that, but I've heard good things about
It's very British.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you seen or read any of Series of Unfortunate Events?
No, I haven't.
It's a little bit that same style of humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
where they'll go on a really long tangent and then
Just for one dumb joke.
one tiny nugget of a joke, and yeah, it's joyous.
We do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
We've done that.
That's why we 90% of our audience is based in the UK.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Old ladies with purple hair listening.
Yes.
Oh, it's time. Turn it on, darling.
I say, turn on something random, son.
Yes, quite.
So yeah, that's anything else that you've been watching?
No, not really. I've been watching Teen Titans Go as I
Is
edit
that is
things.
that the Pokemon Go spinoff?
Yes, but
Yes, and?
yes, and it's with DC characters.
Okay.
As teenagers. So it's Robin and Cyborg and Beast Boy and Raven and Starfire all playing Pokemon Go. And it's quite entertaining.
And that's the show is just them playing
so
Pokemon
weird.
Go. Yep.
No, it's not what it is, but
Okay.
Joel,
Yeah.
what have you been watching this week?
I checked out a couple movies. I saw. I watched La La Land, which I hadn't seen before.
nice.
And I was told that I wasn't going to like it, but I put it on to do some chores in the basement, and I ended up sitting and watching the whole thing. I really liked it.
Fucking fist bump, yo.
I
Air
thought
fist
it was
bump.
good.
It was so
I'll pass
good.
it on.
I thought it was good. The opening in the traffic sucked me in, and then
yeah, continuous shot.
I
That was
really
incredible.
loved all the the modern elements of film being used in the way they
Like
used
the
it.
classic movie musicals, and that's why I absolutely adore it.
Yeah, there's one. The one shot that I actually rewound and watched the whole thing again was when they're walking from the house. It's one shot,
Yeah.
and they're walking from the house, and they're looking for her car, and they end up doing that whole number, and then they find her car, whatever. That and the whole thing is one long shot, and it's just so cool. It's awesome.
Which is really, in my opinion, and sorry if I'm stepping on.
That's good.
You
No, go ahead.
totally are.
In my
but-
opinion, that is the mark of a good filmmaker these days, because there's so much CGI. There are so many tricks and effects that people can do, but to choose to say no, we are going to do one long continuous shot just because we can.
And people rely on editing a lot too. Oh, we'll
Right.
fix it in post. It's
Exactly.
like, why don't you just? Why are you giggling because you do that?
Well, one of my favorite things to do, I was on a short film set, and the director of photography, I just made the one joke. She's like, "Oh, we need to figure out the scene." I was like, "We'll film it. Just fix it in post." Right? And she's like, "If you fucking say that in Hollywood, everybody would murder you." And I just was like, "Hey, Are we gonna fix it in post? And she would just look at me. She's like, "It's funny now."
It's funny now. So anyway, I did love it. I thought it was great, and I really think Emma Stone, I think to me, is one of the I don't even want to say one of the best actresses, one of the truest actresses.
Most definitely.
When I watch her, I feel like she's that person.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that obviously that makes her best actress, but she's so great. Like that scene where they're at the table and they're arguing, I rewound that too. It was that good. That's how good it was. I also watched a movie called Punchline, which if you haven't seen this, you might want to check it out. It's older. It's from the late 80s. It's Tom Hanks. He's a comedian. Sally Field.
What?
She's also a comedian. John Goodman plays her husband.
What is this movie? And
It's just about a bunch of comedians. It's so funny. Damon Wayans is in it. There's a handful of great people in it, and it's really funny. And I've been wanting to watch it. I saw it when I was young, but I've been wanting to watch it again, and I couldn't find it for free, so I finally just ended up renting it. Check it out if you can find it. Punchline.
Sounds
That's what
exciting.
It's really good.
what did you rent it on?
Xfinity.
Okay.
Yeah, and Sally Field is great as always. And I checked out another movie with her in it that I had never seen called Soap Dish. I actually watched it today.
You haven't seen Soap Dish?
No, I never watched it. And it was fun. It was funny and over the top.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of thing, it's along the lines of American farce, like Clue. You know, it's making fun of soap operas and turning real life into a soap opera, basically. So, I loved it. I thought it was great. Whoopi Goldberg, oh yeah, baby, and Robert Downey Jr., Sally Field, of course, and yeah, it was great. I think everybody should check that out too.
Sounds fun.
What you watching?
I watched Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes.
And I watched all of Arrested Development. And I don't want to talk about like what happens in Kimmy Schmidt, but I'm really underwhelmed by what Netflix is doing currently with splitting up seasons. So they're releasing the first half of their season earlier on and then the second half later on.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, like, I understand that what they're trying to do is trying to spread things out so that you don't like watch it all in one day and then forget about it for an entire year and then come back to it.
That makes sense. I'm wondering also if there's a technical element, because was it Daredevil or what? One thing that came out on Netflix, like essentially everybody watched it all at once and crashed Netflix for like a day.
Yeah, I think
I
at
don't
this
know.
point,
I don't know if that's an issue anymore, or if they're just trying to take steps to avoid that by spreading those things out a little bit.
So Netflix uses Amazon's AWS service for all their hosting and stuff like that, and file stuff. So that could potentially be an issue because AWS has had issues recently. But I just don't like not being able to on Netflix not being able to watch an entire season. It's weird, and the fact that they say season 5, right, for Arrested Development, and then not say that it's coming later, that it looks like that's all that there is, but like online it says the second half hasn't been released yet. It makes no sense, and there's no like final bit to this story that they're trying to tell.
I get you. I mean, to be misleading like that, I agree that's sleazy, but I don't see anything wrong with that particular method, especially when they already changed the game from having to wait every week for a new episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's a cost thing or a release thing.
It's weird that they've done it with both of these shows, but like when everything else comes out pretty much immediately on Netflix, minus like one or two shows that releases on a weekly basis, like David Letterman's one that releases
once a month.
Yeah, it just feels weird not being able to watch the whole thing.
Maybe it's another way to fight the freeloaders.
Yeah.
The people who get a free trial and then watch the thing they want to watch and then cancel the membership.
Yeah, you might be onto something there. That might be part of it. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because...
Yeah, especially since they're like,
assets.
They're so close to beating Disney as like the number one media company.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're
didn't know that.
They're like within like a few million.
Disney?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
okay.
they're like a few million under Disney, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like they just beat out like a bunch of other companies and they're almost number one again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they beat Yahoo Stream?
No, Yahoo Stream is number one.
Did they beat the Stargate streaming service?
Oh, God.
I'm going to look up really quick while we kind of explain my next thing to talk about how much that costs.
The Stargate streaming thing?
Stargate streaming.
What's it called? Did you figure out the actual title for it? Stargate Premium.
It's Stargate Command is what it's called.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
If you're a listener and you own that, we need you to write to us and tell us what's going through your mind.
Stargate Command. Number one, I'm trying to load this page, and it is a nightmare. All right. Enjoy access to all the Ultimate Stargates collection. Watch Stargate Origins and unlock member-only access. It doesn't tell you how much it costs. Why?
Maybe it's free.
You have to actually start signing up for it to tell you.
Yeah, you have to sign up for a membership.
They pay you.
Please
watch Stargate.
Oh my gosh, please watch this.
An all-access pass for
Don't do
year.
it. Yeah, don't do it.
It's $20.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to pay $20 for that. For just to watch just Stargate? No.
That seems silly.
For a year, though. For a year.
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
You know what? It doesn't say a year. I wonder if it's like an actual, like, forever thing.
Oh.
No, it's valid through September 19th, 2018. So you only get it for a couple months.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, by the way, I was going to bust your chops a little bit because you said I would like Stargate, whatever movie we were talking about.
The actual Stargate movie you didn't like?
Well, no, I didn't watch it, but I can't remember what it was you were talking about. You were saying to watch something. Is there only one Stargate movie?
There's only one original feature film. They made a few...
made for TV ones.
Made for TV.
That's probably the one you were talking about
series.
was the feature, though. And we all know Seth. He goes, I was listening to the podcast. Don't watch Stargate. You'll hate it.
What?
He knows I'm not going to like it. That's why he said that. And he's probably right.
Okay.
I don't know, though.
Seth, hey, Seth.
Some
Seth.
people...
Hey, Seth. Hey, Seth.
He didn't say he didn't like it.
Okay, now I want... Hi, Seth.
Hi, Seth.
Anyways, what were you saying, Michael?
Well, I think that everyone can surprise you with the things that they find enjoyable about something.
It is true. Yeah.
Also, Annihilation, I rewatched.
Again, okay.
Yeah, and...
Which I heard I should watch.
This is one that you will actually like, because it's a horror film. Through and through, horror, sci-fi film, done by the director of Ex Machina, also the writer of 28 Days Later.
Machina?
Yeah. So it's based off of a book series. He read it once and based it off of the one time that he read the book, which is actually kind of a cool idea. So it's like, getting like the general thought of what the book is and like themes, but not necessarily making it like verbatim what the book is. Right. I'm down with that idea. But it's so good.
Who's in it?
Natalie Portman is the lead. It also has Oscar Isaac as her husband, and it's a female-led cast. It's about a bunch of female scientists who go into what they call the shimmer, which is like this thing that keeps growing in like the South, and they don't know what's causing it, but nobody comes back from it.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So I think I might check it out.
There's some fucked up things about this movie, but I think you'll love it.
I'll see if I can. I'll look for it tonight. I'll see if I can.
I really need to watch it. I've wanted to ever since I saw the trailer.
Are you okay with watching like a full-on horror film?
Wait, we're talking about Annihilation or something else?
Annihilation.
Is it a full-on horror film?
Nope.
You can do it.
Oh gosh. Okay, well that's good to know.
You can do it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's more like the Witch, where it's more like there's like a few really scary moments, but a lot of it's like really kind of more disturbing. Is kind of the way that I would put it.
Okay.
I never finished The Witch, and it wasn't because I didn't like it. I actually bought it on DVD.
That was my favorite horror movie that year.
And I bought it, and I started it, and I got tired, so I turned it off because I didn't want to fall asleep during it and wake up and see the end because I hate that.
I have it on Blu-ray.
And then I just never started it again, so I just need to do that. And I think it's still sitting right next to my TV. I should do that. Maybe I'll watch Annihilation and start The Witch again.
Do it. All right, guys, I got a question, and this one comes from Calvin. Thank you, Calvin. Calvin, thank you so much. Calvin writes to us, everyone has at least a couple guilty pleasures, and everyone is okay with admitting a couple of them. Are there any that you don't actually mention? mention them, he says. But he actually yells it, but I'm not going to yell it. I'm going to anti-yell it,
Caps
Calvin.
is yelling, yeah.
Mention them. I'm talking about music, TV, movies. Can I say video games? Mine was going to be a video
Sure.
game.
I think any form of media is kind of where we're going with this.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Who wants to start?
I'll kick us off. You guys
Okay,
are
I was
looking at
like,
me.
nobody else said anything. Who wants to start? We're all looking at you.
I guess I want to start.
Go for it.
So one thing that I've actually kind of stopped because it was a guilty pleasure was Grand Theft Auto on the PS4.
Right.
Too many hookers?
Too many hookers and too much road rage. Mostly.
Okay.
It was just the fact that, I'm a delivery driver and if I were to play Grand Theft Auto right before a shift, I would have urges to shoot people and steal their cars and it's just that wasn't healthy.
Okay.
I could see it on the news right now. We see this headline: Michael Macbeth crosses the median in Fort Collins, Colorado, rams into another car, steals another guy's car.
It's Michael's headshot, smiling.
Wearing like a musical T-shirt or theater sweatshirt that he got from Les Mis or something.
If only that were around somewhere.
Joel, what you got? What you got, boo?
I don't have any video games that come to mind. I didn't list any. I do have. I'm going to start with TV because I have movies, TV, and music, but I'm going to start with TV. It's in the TV category. I guess we consider it a special or a movie now, but in the 70s, Marlo Thomas released a made-for-TV special called Free to Be You and Me. And it's not that I don't admit that I love this, but gosh darn it, if I could watch it every day. It's for children, but I've been watching it since I was a child, so I could watch it over and over. Also, I love Alf, the TV show, because it's great. I grew up with it. But there's an Alf Christmas special, and they use they change the filming and they go into the soft filming, and it's all serious and everything, and it's like kids with cancer and a suicidal Santa Claus and like all this deep stuff on an episode of Alf.
What the fuck?
And I watch it every Christmas.
That's so good.
It's a deep episode of Alf. And along the lines of growing up, for a movie, there's a movie called Follow That Bird. Have you heard of this? Now, this is the first Sesame Street movie. It's Big Bird. He runs away. Well, he doesn't run away from Sesame Street. They're sending him away. That's another one.
They send him away?
Well, they don't send him away. There's this bird lady who thinks that he needs to be adopted by a bird family because there's no other birds on Sesame Street. So they send him. She comes and gets him and sends him to this family, the Dodos.
That's cute.
And he decides he hates it, and so he runs away from that house to get back to Sesame Street. It's very sad, actually.
Really?
Sounds like it.
It's a very, bring your kids to the sad, depressing orphan movie.
But it is still the movies.
It's like
and it's
Bambi
a musical. And it's a musical.
Oh.
So it's great. And not a lot of people like this, but I liked the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I did like it.
The Johnny Depp one?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
People talked very nastily about it, comparing it to the original, and I was like, it's a different kind of movie. I liked it.
Well, and it's hard to compete with Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
His performance was
And I think that's why
wild.
I think that's why Tim Burton took such a Tim Burton-y turn, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I have some music too. Should I do that now, or do you want to go?
I think mine's like a good bookend on this whole conversation.
Okay.
You do you.
Do you have anything else? All you did was the video game, Michael.
I mean, I was thinking about TV shows and whatnot. I mean, I really love Family Guy, but I don't consider that a guilty pleasure because I just
You're not
love
guilty
watching
about it.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
loves
don't
it.
feel
It's-
bad that I watch it.
It's super popular. So.
And I like to think that that this podcast is to my brother and me as Family Guy is to The Simpsons.
I don't know what that...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We take our own original
Similar.
spin on
The
the same
jokey-
kind of concept.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, all right. I was like,
I was going to say we're a complete ripoff of that podcast.
Well, and that's the joke that's constantly
Yeah.
being made is whether
we're
or not
a
they're
joke.
a complete ripoff of The Simpsons or not.
Oh, I was gonna say that we're a complete joke, but
Well, that too.
yeah,
Either way.
but no, I mean like that has definitely been said by some people, but that's why we try not to do their bits for the most part.
Right.
That's why the moment you guys start talking about horses, I will leave this room.
Horses.
We have a new writer coming on board with our upcoming short film.
Oh god, I should have said this.
Who is apparently very good at horse puns. And
let's not.
I was so excited, and it's nice though because if we have someone that's that niche about what kind of puns they make, we do get to vote whether or not that's actually kept in the script, so we can say yay or nay.
Got it.
So that's the thing. Joel, that's your other thing. Move on from the horse jokes as soon as possible. I will say nothing. You guys don't listen to my brother and me. I've got so many horse jokes right now, horse jokes that are coming out of my horse places.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
All right, go ahead, Joel.
I have no idea.
Music.
I just had a couple. I'm just going to run through these. I have a handful of music. Okay. Britney Spears.
Oh, that's
I love Britney Spears.
Are you okay? But are you guilty about liking Britney Spears?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Because I'm a grown man. I'm a full-grown man. I do get down on some Ace of Base.
You know what? I was gonna say Ace of Base.
Yeah.
I played. I saw the sign on the radio when I was on the radio the other week.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah, it was great.
I throw it in playlists all the time.
Oh, what you want.
I also enjoy Hanson. I can get down on some Hanson.
Have you listened to their new stuff?
Some of it, yeah.
It's good.
I haven't heard the album, but I've heard some of their live stuff, like on YouTube. They're really talented, and they got a lot of crap because their voices hadn't changed when they first came out, but they're actually really talented. Wilson Phillips. I know a lot of people that hate Wilson Phillips, but I love him. And then probably the worst of all, because she's got a bad rap, but she's a good rapper, and that is that was the pun of all puns, I think.
Yeah.
No, Kia of My Neck, My Back fame. I bought that album, and I liked it, and I do listen to it, so I enjoy Kia.
Okay. All right.
So that's all I got for that.
Do you enjoy the cars, Kias, as well?
I do. I drive one.
All right, then.
Okay. You guys ready for this?
I'd love to hear this.
2 words for you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Dating simulators. Have you guys ever played a dating simulator before?
No, I haven't.
Have you met me?
Okay. So yes. And I would expect you, beyond anybody else in this room, to have played one before. Seriously.
I have not.
Dating simulators are the best, well, not the best video games, but they're very fun video games.
Okay. Tell me.
The one that I've played very recently is called Dream Daddy. Now, you are a dream daddy dating other dream daddies, and your goal is to communicate with daddies and try to win their affection and love. That's the whole premise of these games, is to find true love. And they're great games. They're actually really solid, fun games. And you're judging me. See, this is why it's a guilty pleasure. As I don't mention this shit, is because this face that you're giving me right now, Michael. Dream Daddy.
Michael's not breaking character right now.
Dream Daddy, fun fact, is made by the Game Grumps of YouTube fame. If anybody on our podcast is listening to this right now.
Now, where can one find Dream Daddy?
Dream Daddy is on Steam.
Which is what?
The game place on your computer.
Are there a lot of really steamy dating simulators?
Yes, there are. There's lots of them. There's a lot of them. Some of them get really kind of like overtly sexual. There was one that I played.
A little OS, if you will.
Yeah. That was all about dating people who like had physical deformations. Like you went to this college of people with like one arm and like a leg or like blind.
Okay.
And
So I would fit in that. They probably had cleft lip.
Yeah,
People
I'm
as
sure.
well.
I'm sure there was a person.
Hair lips, as apparently we're called.
Yeah, but I'm serious. Anybody who's listening to this right now, do yourself a favor. Take a deep breath and play Dream Daddy. It's so worth it. It really is.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, same.
See, you guys are judging me
I'm not
so
judging
hard.
you. I'm taking your word for it.
I see your faces right now.
I'm
gonna
so not judging you.
What would the sound effect be that would go along with these faces?
That's the worst. It's more of like a. Wait, what is it?
Yeah. Yes.
I would try this game if you would watch Follow That Bird.
Okay. Yeah. You want to play Dream Daddy and I'll watch Follow That Bird?
You're going to cry.
You are going to cry.
You guys gonna do that now? Am I just on my own?
Once you fall in love with all of these daddies.
Okay.
So I'm glad that we had this conversation.
I'm
marvelous.
so excited.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and just keep on moving forward.
Keep on
from
trucking.
that. We are going to move into our 6 degrees today. But first, our something random of the week comes from me, and it is...
You've lost what it is because I said Dream Daddy.
I did, apparently. No, it is credit card chip readers.
Okay.
Which I recently discovered about a week ago that I behave somewhat like a cat when I use these, because you're never quite sure if the chip is in all the way, and so I use the back of my hand and kind of nudge it, and I feel like a kitten just being like just batting at it. Yeah.
Do you guys remember playing the credit card game with like friends at all? Did you guys remember playing?
I was on swim team, so yes.
Yeah. Joel, did you ever play the credit
card game?
Yeah, the credit card game where you take your hand and you, like a credit card, swipe between the butt cheeks of your friends.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't get into it though because it's kind of gross.
Yeah. No, my question is, now that we've got the chips on our cards, how do you play this game? Do you just like do a nice little like insertion, and then do you like
hold it there and wait for approval?
Yeah, you hold there, wait for a sound to tell that it's been approved. Maybe do what Michael does, where he kind of taps it a few times to get it in there just right. And
well, it's no longer the butt crack; it's actually up under the bottom of the cheek.
Exactly, like it's up and in. Yeah. You have to like insert
because it has to be a like a horizontal.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, true.
Chip readers aren't sideways. Use your head.
Some of them are like straight ahead.
Sometimes the card you hold it the same.
I haven't seen it
on the same plane that you would if you were swiping it.
Okay, good.
So cool. For everybody listening, to make up for the Dream Daddy comment, I've given you my credit card joke. So do this to your friends. Do this to your family. Let them know that you love them by playing the credit card game, but with the chip reader rules. So,
all right, we're gonna draw for the 6 degrees. It's me and Michael today. Would you like drama, comedy, or dead people?
I'm gonna go with drama. I don't think I've done drama yet.
Drama.
Okay.
Too much drama for your mama.
I'm going to go ahead and go with dead people once again.
All right. And while you guys are doing that, we're going to read off the rules of the 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees, you need to know the name of the actor and know the name of the movie. You need to connect them in 6 degrees or less in less than 5 minutes. And honestly, I think we should probably bop that down to 3.
Oh, we might want to keep it for 5 this time. Well, maybe not. I don't, we might.
We'll find out. Let's see how well we do this week, and then we'll decide if we're gonna up the ante a little bit.
4-3.
Okay. All right.
And you guys are gonna hear from us here in a few seconds.
Okay.
5 minutes on the clock.
Well, we need to say who we have.
Oh yeah. So I have Morgan Freeman.
I have Harry Anderson.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
So now here we go.
We're back. We're back.
Hey, we're back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
We all solved it.
I almost solved it. I forgot.
thought you had it.
I'm missing one connection, and I can't remember what it is.
All right. Do you want to say what yours was?
Yes, I just don't remember. Tim Curry was in what with?
Stephen King's It, the miniseries.
In It with Harry Anderson.
With Harry Anderson.
Okay.
Yes.
So Harry Anderson to Tim Curry in It, the miniseries, and then Tim Curry was in Muppet Treasure Island with Frank Oz, who did the voice of the plant in Little Shop of Horrors.
No. He didn't do the voice. He directed it.
Oh, he directed. Shoot. Well, then mine doesn't work. You sure he didn't do the voice?
Yeah, that was Levi Stubbs from the Four Tops.
That's my bad. I did not know that.
But I think he did sing in Mean Green Mother.
Oh, that would make sense. We'll have to confirm that. Why don't you go ahead and do yours? But if that is confirmed, then Frank Oz to Rick Moranis to Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd driving Miss Daisy with Morgan Freeman.
There we go. So we had the same end pieces. I did Harry Anderson and Stephen King's It, the miniseries with Tim Curry, who was in Home Alone 2 with Macaulay Culkin, who was in My Girl with Dan Aykroyd, who was in Driving Miss Daisy with Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Ever since I was a little boy, people have enjoyed the sound of my voice.
So I went the Frank Oz, Natalie Portman route, right? And then I went Knight of Cups, but I skipped like 3 steps to get to Andy Samberg.
Okay.
John Lo Truglio is also in Knight of Cups.
Joe Lo Truglio.
Joe Lo Truglio,
Okay.
yeah. Who is also in I Love You, Man. So that removes one extra
He
step.
said I Love You, Man?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
he's
Yeah. The guy with the high voice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then
Forgot about that.
Paul Rudd around.
Paul running around. All right.
So
Sweet, y'all. That was a good one.
that was fun.
That was fun.
Thank you, Buckets.
Mercy Buckets.
Thank you, Mercy Buckets.
All right, you guys, I have a new segment for you.
You said Merci Buckets.
Mercy Buckets.
Okay, did you say merci buckets, like thank you, or did you just say mercy buckets?
I think I said Mercy Buckets.
That's what I thought you said at first, and then I was like, oh, he probably said thank you buckets in French. But buckets is probably not the French word for buckets.
No.
Why is this what I'm saying right now?
I don't know, man.
I have no idea. I do have a new segment. Okay. I'm calling this Fame-ish. Okay.
Like famous.
Do we want to say what
ish.
the original title was too? Because I like
Well,
that.
yeah, let me explain a little bit. Okay, so Fame-ish, what I'm going to do is I want to find an actor or an actress that you have seen in films or on TV or somewhere, and you know who they are by face, but not necessarily by name. Mm-hmm. And you might not even realize you know this person until after you hear all the things they've been in and put it together and look at their picture. And then what'll make you say is, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
And I was going to call it, oh, that guy, but I didn't want to be...
They're actresses as well.
I wanted to be inclusive to women.
Yeah.
And so I changed the name to Fame-ish. And the reason I changed it to Fame-ish is because of my first pick for the segment. I'm going to read you... my person is Taylor Negron. Do either of you know who that is?
Nope. Not by name.
Do you know who Taylor Negron is? Okay. I'm sure you've seen him somewhere. Okay. He passed away a couple years ago, I think in 2015. He wrote a great article about his career just a few years before he passed, and they published it right after he passed away. It's awesome. Just I want to put a link to it on all of our social media things. There's also a YouTube thing where it's narrated, not by him, but they show his movie clips while the article's being read, and it's helps you be familiar with who he is. I'm going to read a little. This is the first line of the article. It just says, "After 30 years in show business, I've given up on the idea that people will know my first and last name together, and I've accepted that I will never ever be actually famous. Instead, I am fame-ish." So I want to tell you, right, there you go. So I want to tell you, I want to list off a couple of his roles that he's played and see if you know who I'm talking about, okay?
Alrighty.
First of all, So he's one of the comedians in The Aristocrats. Okay, so that might not help because there's dozens of comedians in that, or
Right.
hundreds, right? He is the irresponsible mailman in Better Off Dead. Do you know Better Off Dead with John Cusack?
I do not.
Yes, I do.
He's the pizza guy in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He delivers a pizza to the classroom. To
Yeah.
Scully.
I'm still lost.
Yep.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going. I've almost got a face.
Okay. He is, in Punchline, the movie I was talking about, he is the comedian that says, "You want to buy an arag," which became one of his, he said the thing that people yelled at him the most on the street. He is the hairstylist in the Smelly Car episode of Seinfeld.
Yep. I know that guy.
He is Rodney Dangerfield's son-in-law in Easy Money.
Okay.
He's Monica's boss on Friends.
Yep.
Does that help you?
Maybe.
He's the guy who sat on nachos in Angels in the Outfield.
Yep.
Okay.
He's the bad guy to Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout.
Okay.
He is the new age Christmas decoration salesman on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That might not help you. He's Monique's lazy stepdad in Biodome.
Yep. Yes, he is.
He's
Yep.
the fluorescent-wearing Brazilianaire in Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase. He's a suit salesman in Stuart Little. He actually
What?
styles a suit for the mouse.
Okay.
He's a disco-dancing liquor store clerk in The Stoned Age, a celebrity judge in Pauly Shore is Dead, a dragon salesman on Wizards of Waverly Place, and a grease monkey in One Crazy Summer.
Oh my.
So those are some of his parts that are
I know that guy.
You're getting to put his
I
face
know,
together. You putting his face.
Ish, maybe.
I'm going to show you a picture of him and see if you know who I'm talking about. He is this man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're supposed to say,
Oh,
I know
that guy.
I know that guy.
You said it wrong.
Oh, that guy.
guy.
He looks like in some of those photos, like especially the one that's in the bottom left, and you need to put this on the Facebook.
Yeah, I
or
sure
the
will.
Instagram. He looks kind of like Nicolas Cage in Con Air.
A little bit. Yeah.
The bottom left is a still from The Aristocrats.
Yeah, he looks a little Nick Cagey in that photo.
He has there's a line he has in Not Better Off Dead, Nothing But Trouble, that I quote because it's one of the most obscure quotes ever, and it's, "I will not have my sister, who was once the queen of the Mardi Gras, sitting at a table with a pickle shooting train." That's the quote.
Very specific.
Yes. There's a couple great lines in this article. I just want to read them to you really quick. "When I hear, 'Hey, you're that guy from so-and-so,' it doesn't bother my ego. It makes me very proud that I'm a shapeshifter. And maybe it was worth going on those 4 callbacks for That's So Raven." Oh my goodness. He ends the article by saying, "This is the best line. This is so great. Everybody could put this towards their life." It says, "I look at my alternative everyman predicament this way. By letting go of what you thought was going to happen in your life, you can enjoy what is actually happening."
I love that.
Not having become a big star, he was okay with being every man.
That's
You know,
awesome.
and I'm very much in the same boat. I have never been one to seek or desire fame and fortune. I don't know, for some reason that's just never been appealing to me, but performing and doing stuff like this for fun is awesome. And that's why I'm, hopefully going to try this thing that a friend of mine started, where just like spend a month in LA and do extras work
And see what
with
happens, yeah.
with no expectations whatsoever.
Right.
Just hang out and do extras work, and who knows, maybe I'll get to meet Rachel Bloom or something.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he embraced what his career had become and ended up just putting forth that kind of career, I think that's awesome. I would kill to have a career like that. I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be a leading man in a movie. Well, I won't say never, because maybe someone will go, "You're perfect for my movie," and I'll go, "Okay," but I'm probably never going to be a leading man in a movie. So I think he accepted that, and I respect him for that. And so I wanted to dedicate the segment to him and call it Famish.
I love it.
I
So-
love
And I want that last quote that you gave of his. I want that in text form because
I'll text it to you.
Use it.
So if this is something we like, we can move forward and pick other
Absolutely.
people
Sounds
that we
fun.
think are famous and hopefully teach something to the listeners. All right.
So, my friends make fun of me for being irritated when people say, no worries. Do you guys got any irrational pet peeves? That comes from Big Red on Twitter.
Big Red.
Big Red, standing by.
Was it Twitter or was there somewhere
It
else?
was not Twitter. It was Instagram.
Instagram? Cool.
Yes. I gotta say, I don't like no worries either. It's something that we've ended up kind of stealing from Australia, and now everybody says it, and they say it when it's not appropriate. Not that it's not appropriate, but
So
it shouldn't be a "you're welcome." It should
Right.
be a if something bad happens.
I getcha.
Like you spill a glass
Okay.
of milk, you say,
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Well, it's not that it should be that, but anyway, I'm not a no worries person.
Talking about like language and stuff like that, people using the term dead ass, and we talked about this in the lobby a little bit. When people say dead ass, it's not right.
Give me an example.
Like, I was dead ass about that whole situation. It pretty means like I'm serious about something, right?
Okay.
Some people go, I'm dead ass serious, which means I'm super serious. But no, dead ass is not good. It's not good.
It's a donkey who's passed away.
Yeah, dead ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been giving this some thought, and I don't know if I have pet peeves that I think are irrational. And there's an argument there that people who have it as a pet peeve don't see it as irrational.
Yes.
So to actually say, this is my irrational pet peeve, I'm not going to say that because...
Right.
What's your rational pet peeve? Because I know you're going to call me out on something.
Oh, boy.
I am. I sure am.
Let's
It
hear it.
is. It is traffic related, and it is when people turn out of either a left or a right turn lane and slide out into
Go in the middle.
the next lane.
Yeah.
I get that.
It is a huge pet peeve of mine because those lanes are there for a reason. First of all, they're bigger than other countries. I mean, most European countries have like really tiny lanes, so we're already spoiled with just the size of
Right.
our driving lanes. So you don't need two of them.
Yeah.
And I even just today on the way here for this recording session, I was almost hit by somebody who did that.
It was me.
Yeah. It could have been.
See, because didn't you get pulled over for that at one point?
No, I haven't been pulled over for that. Somebody when we were doing like the order up stuff, somebody got pulled over for that. That wasn't me though.
I could have sworn that like a month or so ago you said that you would.
There was a turn signal one that I got.
Oh, it was a turn signal one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's because I had a light out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
I do have a traffic one as well. Mine is, and I've said this before, so I'm not going to milk it that much, but when I'm on the highway, because I drive on the highway a lot, people that drive in the left lane when there's no need to drive in the left lane drives me crazy. Drives me crazy.
I get it.
You're supposed to stay in the right lane.
Yeah. Except to pass.
You're supposed to pass
That's
in
what
the
the
left
signs
lane.
say.
But, people get on the highway and then get all the way over. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you got?
Dick pics.
Dick pics?
Yeah.
Those are your pet peeve?
Why? Okay. Gentlemen at this table, Peyton, you're here too. Have you sent an unwanted dick pic to somebody?
No.
Again, have you met me?
Right. So why does anybody feel the need to go, I want to send that?
Guys are so stupid. It's almost a form of like rape via picture.
No, it is.
It's just
that's literally what it is. And I get so like it's not an irrational fear. This is very rational. Like I'm pissed off at when I see like
Did you say fear? Are you afraid of penises?
I mean no.
Get out of the shower.
what is your fear? Hold on, keep going.
Fear of spiders. With penis legs. No.
What were you going to say?
No. But my rational pet peeve
Yes.
is dick pics. It's so dumb that we live in a society where it's like, here's my genitalia to show the world.
Yeah.
And one of the terms, one of the euphemisms for sex is bumping uglies, which is to say they're not nice to look at.
No.
That's not what they're for.
I've been sent unwanted vagina pictures before.
Oh, wow.
See,
Okay.
I've seen an unwanted dick pic before. You know about this.
Okay. I'm going to call this situation out as it is. To be fair, he was much younger, but a very close family member had borrowed our business camera
Boy. Okay.
and took some pictures with it. To say the least, there was a penis in it.
A penis.
Penis.
You almost said like penis, like it was like an anus, but in pain. Which I mean, I get.
That's those really tough poops. But keep going.
So and then didn't delete the photos, and then I was like, "Hey, Michael, here's the camera with my family member's genitalia on it."
Yeah, that was not a welcome surprise.
Oh my gosh. I do have one more. This is something that I need to learn to let go, but I can't seem to because I've tried really hard and it always bugs me. We have a lot of get-togethers at my house, and I quite often put together a playlist to play over our machine, whose name I'm not going to say because it'll make people who are listening to it on one stop and listen. But this is a female name, and it begins with A.
I call it Odessa, like the SNL sketch.
And people will...
Can we just go really quick? Just say, "Okay, Google."
No, don't do that because I hate it when people do that on podcasts. It drives me crazy. That's why I was avoiding saying that. Thanks for killing it.
I'm so sorry.
But listen, when I have a playlist going and it's something that I have picked out for this certain party and the people that are coming over, and that's what I want to play, and it's my house, and people come over and talk to my speaker and ask her to play things, that drives me crazy. It's like I want to tell people, stop doing that. And people want to hear what they want to hear.
I know.
So I should let it go. But it's never going to not bug me.
That's the one problem when I go over to your house, and I love musical theater, but like you'll have this like really solid playlist of like really good tunes, and then it's like, hey, you know that musical that we're in? Let's listen to that on repeat for like 40 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
I hate that.
No, I totally agree. And
it wasn't something that was easy to do back in the day because if I wanted to make a playlist before speakers that you could talk to, I would either do it on iTunes or even before that make mix CDs or tapes.
Yeah.
And no one could mess with it. Nobody could mess with it. It was your thing.
I used to press it onto vinyl so they couldn't mess with my shit.
it's going to outlive me. So I was just going to say that we also DJ for weddings and events and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Be careful with your words.
I will. But one time I had a guest at a party that I was DJing for say that they did not care for the song I was playing. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry. And this person not only got behind the table, you know.
Which don't get to
Do not get behind the table with the DJ.
While you were back there?
While I was back there, and saw that I had Spotify and legit started to reach for the keyboard
Get
to
out!
type in a request. And I said, no. There are many, many things wrong with this. You back off. Tell me what it is you'd like to hear, and I will try to make it happen
for you.
Yeah.
Was it the same one that yelled at you for not playing the right music that they wanted on from their list of music, and you're like, this is the list that you gave me, and here's the song that I'm playing right now that's on the list.
No,
Was this
it was
a
not that
wedding?
one. It was a wedding.
See, at that point, I'd be like, I'll be throwing a drink in your face now. I mean,
Right.
you gotta be careful
No,
about that stuff.
let me do my job. You don't get to do my job for me.
Oh, hey, bus driver, that was my stop back there. I'm just gonna jump on your lap and turn the bus around.
Right, exactly. And so I get that as a pet peeve for you because you're a host of those parties and you have put thought into creating ambiance, creating an environment that's enjoyable for people.
Playlists are an art.
They really,
I will take
truly
this
are.
to my grave.
Oh, you won't hear an argument from me.
I completely 100% agree with you.
Especially mixed CDs. Now, that's dying art.
Yeah.
But playlists aren't art.
Yep. I would still give somebody a mixed CD as a romantic
I would
gift.
give them a mixtape and they'd be like, how am I going to play this?
A beta? Really?
Laserdisc.
You got yourself a Betamax, like a giant ass.
I would still be making CDs if I had something to burn it on, but I don't have a CD burner anymore.
Yeah, you have to get external ones now.
See, now for some product placement, you can hire something random to burn your discs at a very nominal rate. You can find us at something.random.media.com.
Tell me more.
To burn your discs.
And as I said before, we also DJ weddings, parties, and all sorts of events.
Also, what else do we... Joel, what else do we do as a business?
We record a podcast.
Okay, and we'll go ahead and stop it there.
Okay.
We need some product placement, guys.
We do have merch.
We do have merch.
We have merch, t-shirts, mugs, all the things.
We have t-shirts. I've got some cool new designs that I'm working on.
Nice.
That I'm super excited for.
Are you still going for my design?
Yep. Yeah. I got your design coming in. I've got some cool new stuff coming on in. You guys saw the mug that I made, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
fun.
It's awesome.
It's tremendous.
I love it.
Tremendous. That's a great adjective.
Also, we do photos of our sound design people.
You seen your photos?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
It's a good one.
He looks sexy.
Who is that?
Who is that guy? Who is that guy in that photo that we can't show to people who are listening to a
Who's the pretty
podcast?
face on that photo there? Who could that attractive man be?
Which one? Where? Who?
So now I have to buy the rights to that song. That's going to cost us like $3,000.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. We were off key. As far as things that people say, there was. We have all said it at one point, and I hear it on podcasts where people aren't like quote unquote professional podcasters, where they give a big statement and then they go, "So yeah."
The so yeah thing. That one's rough.
We all have done it.
It's true.
And most of the time with words or phrases,
So yeah, let's move on.
with words or phrases, my pet peeves really just are involving repetition.
Yeah.
If somebody repeats the same word or phrase over and over and over again, that's when it starts to get on my nerves. It's not any particular one that bothers me. You know, not like moist for some people.
Moist.
I mean, I get it.
Moist.
Do you know
Yeah? What were you going to say? Go ahead.
the word daddy?
Daddy?
When people say daddy,
Hi, Daddy.
so like,
You said
More-
Daddy.
yeah, but okay, yes, I did. But here's the deal. You can call me a hypocrite.
No, I'm just.
But like lately, I don't understand why. Is it a meme? Peyton, I'm just about we're older now. Do people call people dad just for funsies? Yes, he's saying yes.
Did you say funsies?
Yeah, just for
like
funsies.
Daddy-O?
No,
Or what?
just dad or daddy. Like,
I mean, they did in the 50s.
hey, daddy.
See, I call my dad Daddy-O.
Do you really call your dad Daddy-O?
Yeah, I really do.
Do you know what I call my dad? Doug. I was like, hey, Doug.
My dad is saved as Daddy on my phone. I usually call him either Dad or Pops, or Pop.
I call him
Pop or Pops is
I call him Doug because Doug is a great name.
Doug.
Like, hey, Doug. And also like kind of like irks him a little bit, and just like that play fun that I like to do it's so nice.
I do call my mom Tina because when I was young, she did daycare and she didn't answer to mom, so I've been calling her Tina all my life.
Do you cook for her?
Do I cook for her?
Tina!
Oh,
Get your fucking food! Freaking food!
Tina, eat the food! Eat the food!
Hey, that's a good movie reference.
Yes, it is.
So we got a scene.
So we do. We have a scene that we're going to read with different voices, and Joel is going to guess what voices Charles and I pulled out of this hat.
So correct. Now I've picked a scene for the two of you from What About Bob?
I love What About Bob. And I love that they say the title several times in the movie. What About Bob?
Would you like easy, medium, or hard?
I'm going to go hard.
I'm going to go easy this week because, like, the last few have been
That's
rough.
for Charles. You want a hard one?
I would love to try a hard one.
Okay.
Because I did medium last time, and everyone knew what I was going for, and so I like a challenge.
Now, I'm going to tell you, there might be a couple in here you don't know who they are.
That is possible.
Okay.
And so...
I'll let you redraw if that happens.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Who do you want to be, Bob, or do you want to be Dr. Marvin?
I'm going to kill you. I've been waiting for this one.
I know. And you can put it back in the pile and hopefully draw it later.
That's right.
So I need to redraw is what I'm saying.
No. You do it. You do it.
No, I can't. That's why I'm redrawing.
You can't do this?
I'm not familiar enough.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Peyton, can you place a marker here? So we can edit that
if
out.
this one is also a redraw, then okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go medium. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everyone.
You should have been forced through that shit, yo. Okay.
I'm actually very excited about this one.
Are you Bob, or are you Dr. Marvin, Dr. Leo Marvin?
Oh, yeah, who should be who? I don't know what you have, so.
I would like to be Dr. Marvin personally. Are you okay with being Bob?
I have to, yeah. I do this one, okay.
I am so ready for this.
Okay. I'm not going to do the joke one. I'll do the real one.
Okay.
Now, no matter what happens, keep going.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I am.
Hit this thing up.
Go for it.
Are you married?
Divorce, actually.
Want to talk about it?
The world is divided into two types of people. Those who like Neil Diamond and those who don't. My ex-wife loves him. Dr. Marvin, do you think you can help me?
There's a saying, Bob, that the best psychiatrist in the world is right inside of you. I can help you, provided you're willing to help yourself.
Are you kidding? I'll do anything.
There's a groundbreaking book that just came out, Bob. Not everything in it applies to you, but when you see the title, I think you'll see that it can help.
Baby steps?
It means setting small, reasonable goals for yourself. One day at a time, one tiny step at a time. Doable, accomplishable goals.
Baby steps. That was more like Animal.
Baby steps!
Baby steps down the hall.
When you leave this office, don't think about everything you have to do to get out of the building. Just deal with getting out of the room. When you reach the hall, just deal with the hall, and so forth. Baby steps.
Now I'm wanting to do Animal. Baby steps through the office. Baby steps out the door. It works.
Of course.
Now it's French. All I have to do is take one small step at a time, and I can do anything.
Exactly.
I have to get my.
But don't expect everything all at once. Even a baby occasionally falls and hits its head.
Baby steps are on the. Now I'm doing French the entire time.
Keep going.
Baby steps are on the. Fuck off. Around the office. God damn it.
The book will give you plenty to digest while I'm on vacation.
Vacation? I'm just going to go.
My secretary told you. As of this afternoon, I'm on vacation with my family until Labor Day.
I'll do the other one. That's a whole month. What if I need you? What if I need to talk?
Dr. Harmon, my associate, will be happy to talk. We have years ahead of us, Bob. A month will seem like a baby second.
Can I call you in the Hamptons if I need to?
Dr. Harmon is quite skilled.
Let's see. Baby step through the office. Baby step outdoor.
That's perfect. Keep going.
Baby steps to the hall. Baby steps to the hall.
With a fade out.
Very nice.
Gosh.
Manual fade out. That's a trick that we in the biz, use to just like back away from the microphone, just slowly and suddenly get much softer with your voice, and then
So Charles's is obviously Michael Caine. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I thought it was the guy from Little Mermaid, the Le Poisson guy is what it turned into.
That's what it ended up. It was kind of a cross between the Le Poisson guy and
Like
Animal.
it started, and I did it as a joke, and then I couldn't get out of it, and I was like, well,
it was good because Arnold's accent is, you know. It's,
Oh, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
but I was gonna do the hi, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I heard you transition there. So what
I'm a cop, you idiot. That
do you
was
think?
pretty good. I had never heard your Arnold before, so that was nice.
It's good.
What was your take
You
on?
know,
on
I
that?
wanted to say Steven Seagal, but I don't think I put him in there.
No, I think it is. I think it's Neo. I think it's the one.
Keanu.
He got it.
Reeves.
He got that. It was the one.
Okay, my neck. Okay,
Guns.
good.
Loss of guns.
That's good. That's
you.
pretty good.
Bill and Ted 3 officially announced and
Yes, I'm
greenlit.
stoked about that.
It's gonna happen.
Let's go watch that right now.
I
That's
am
how- yeah.
a little bummed though because there won't be a Rufus because George Carlin's dead. Now I'm wondering if they'll CGI that or if they'll.
They better not.
I
I think.
hope not.
Well, because they're dealing with like an alternate timeline now, because they definitely haven't created the best song, right? Their music hasn't like saved the world yet.
Right, because the one they played at the end of Bogus Journey was a Kiss song, so they can't do that.
No. So, do you think they'll recast Rufus and it's just a completely different actor?
I'm
And they'll
not
be like,
sure.
"Hi, no, we met up before. I'm the same Rufus," but it's because it's a different timeline at this point.
I don't know. I'm anxious to say or what?
just not have Rufus
I
and have a different character, maybe like a Lenny.
I feel like there's
Lenny.
got to be a mention of Rufus, but as far as replacing him, that probably shouldn't happen.
They're gonna have to. I mean, that's the whole dynamic of that.
I mean,
series.
I don't mean replacing him with another character. That would work. I mean replacing as in someone else playing Rufus.
Right.
That's what I would not like to see.
So that was fun.
That was
fun.
good. That was a fun one. Baby steps. I love the question.
steps to the chopper.
Hey,
Get down, baby steps. Lala. Baby steps to chopper. Lala.
Go get the toy and sit on the carpet.
Baby steps, not a tumor.
I don't know.
I want a frog, a dog, a poodle, a noodle, a doodle.
That would have been a good scene. Too.
every time I meet a girl named Emma, I say Emma like Arnold Schwarzenegger because that was one of the kids' names in Kindergarten Cop.
nice.
And most of the Emmas I meet are too young to know that movie, so they just think I say their name funny.
Emma. Here's some classic Arnold Schwarzenegger lines. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. There it goes. Hey, guess what?
Get to the chopper.
Hey, we started this episode just as how we finished it, quoting other people's jokes.
Oh, good.
And Arnold impressions as well.
Right?
Indeed.
Hey, I'm a police
Full
officer.
circle.
Yeah. So, guys,
It's good stuff.
this was fun.
It was fun. It's a good time. Let's do it again.
You guys feeling better? You guys looked a little down when we stepped into this room.
I'm down.
You feeling good
I'm not down.
I'm down to clown.
now? Okay.
I'm not down. I'm not down. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you like what we do here, please let us know. Send us your questions on Twitter, Instagram, or the Facebook or email, which is podcast@something.random.media.com. You can find us anywhere else at Something Random Media.
Yeah, we need questions from you. So
That's what we've been getting from our fantastic audience. So
you can send us a question about literally anything,
Literally
about
anything as long as it involves Rob
media.
Lowe.
and we shall do our best to answer it.
Yes.
About media.
So there you go. There's that.
So, yeah, gentlemen.
So, yeah.
Oh my.
Great. Great. I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me this week.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to the show. You, sitting there, who you
Yeah, you know who you are.
you know who you are. Should we just name a random person and hope that that person's listening?
Steve.
Marvin.
Steve Martin?
I hope so.
I was gonna
Man,
say
that would be great.
Dr. Leo Marvin.
So, Steve Martin and Martin Short had a comedy special on Netflix.
Yeah.
Why didn't they name it Steve Martin Short? Steve Martin, Short would have been
See,
great.
Our new bit where we combine titles of things.
Yeah, that would be
That
fun.
would be fun.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening and have yourselves.
A wonderful week.
Is that a song that we're doing now?
I guess so.
That's how that song
Yeah.
goes.
Later.
So long. I won't do that. Sorry.